What's up, YouTube? I'm gonna show you how I did my retrofit on my 91 Ford truck. This worked from the 87 to 91, F-150, F-250, F-350, and the Ford Broncos. So the first thing I did was I marked these studs where they were at, because you gotta back all these screws out so you get your headlight out. You've got two on the bottom. I used socket right here. I'll put it in the video what size I used, and I backed them up all evenly, you know, little bit by little bit. If you still got your old headlights, you can put the adapter that goes right here. It has a slot for it, so it goes right through this slot, connects to here. That way you can do it from the top. You know, once this is on your truck, you won't be able to really reach back here if you have to do any adjustments. And I marked them that way I could put everything back, you know, like where it's at. And the second step is removing the lens, which I already did. I stuck it in the oven. I think I did like 220 degrees, maybe like 6 minutes at a time or so. And you kind of, once you got your headlight off, you know, it'll look sort of like this, basically, with the lens. And this is my factory one, so your lens will be on there. This is a little different. Anyways, you get the idea. Stick it in the oven for a little bit, 5 minutes or so at a time. This sealant kind of sucks. I think it was like RTV or something. So you're gonna want to get your flathead screwdriver. I always start at the bottom. That way, you know, if you get a little like a crease in there or something, you really won't be able to see it. So kind of start prying in there, and little by little, and then go all the way around, and it's not too hard. I mean, but if it cools down, you want to stick it back in there. Like, these materials are kind of thin, so you don't want to leave it in the oven too long. All right, so anyways, once you got your lens popped off of there, the next step, you'll have to get rid of your factory connection for your socket back here, your bulb, and cut it basically flush like that. You'll have to widen it up a little bit too. Now, since this headlight is real big, you're gonna want to use a 3-inch projector, such as this one. This is the D2S 4.0, and by Xenon, which has high and low beam. And you want to make sure this shaft right here fits through the back, like so, right there. It's not much that you have to trim that out for that to fit in there. Now, before you do that, once you get that, your projector will come with these wires for the magnet, which opens the flap for the shield for the high beam. You want to connect that on here, and then you'll also want to drill a hole to run the wires through there. And you'll need a second hole somewhere near the upper half of the headlight. I might actually move mine up here somewhere. And I got a vent that I'll show you in a little bit, because these lights need to have a vent on them. And I've got a vent right here that I got from Lightworks, and I haven't tested it to make sure this fit in there, but anyways, you'll want to drill this hole out to fit this, and the nut will be on the I'm not sure if on the inside or outside. I'll double check on that. But you put your vent on here so your lenses can breathe. Okay, so I'll get this on here. And like I said, this shield, the magnet for it, it goes toward the bottom. That's the bottom of the projector. Now, I used this ring. Actually, I think I had an adapter. I already have my other one done. I'll show you how how I did that. Once it's already mounted. All right, so here, this one I already have the adapter on. I believe they call it the H4 adapter or something like that. It's this little ring with the 3 prongs on it. And you've got this ring nut on here on the threads. So anyways, I got that pretty snug with, not super tight, but just snug to where it keeps this in place from spinning around. And that way, basically your projector should be pretty level right there. These lines right here, they're will create the factory output. That's super pretty close to being level. And as you can see, the top part of the projector and the bottom is pretty level there. But I always mount my headlight back on and turn the lights on, and then park my vehicle on a level surface. That way I can make sure everything's right where I like it at. So you got your shroud of choice, whatever you decide to put on there. You know, you can kind of test fit it if you want. You got these little clips on here, and the projector has slots that line up with that. You can kind of clip that on. There it goes, it's clipped on. And but I always use like JB weld a little bit on here. I put it on there, and that way this doesn't pop off, you know, in case you know, it hit some rough roads. So now the next step would be to, before testing it, would be to put the light bulb in here. So here I've got my D2S bulb, which goes in like so. It's got this notch and it's got a tab on the projector, goes in. Man, I highly recommend using these type of holders. It's so much better than the other ones that come, like the spring and this ring deal sucks. I don't like it. You gotta actually notch it. I don't know how else you would use it. So you can see this has the notches already in it. You line up like so, and you tighten it down. Then you connect your igniter. The igniter's got the notches that line up with the bulb, and you'll hear it. You'll turn it a little bit over, and it locks in right there. You'll feel it when it locks in. Then you've got your ballast. You run your relay harness, and you connect everything together. And you know, like I said, you mount it back on the truck. You turn this baby on. I can turn it on real quick.